would your cat bite you right when you're trying to show them love? It feels personal, confusing, even a little hurtful. But here's what no one tells you. That bite isn't random. It's a message, and it's deeper than you think. Because what your cat is trying to say in that split second could change the way you bond forever. And if you miss it, you'll miss everything. Let me show you what they're really saying. 1. The bite is a final warning. Why did your cat suddenly bite you when everything seemed fine just seconds before? It happens fast. One moment you're petting them, maybe even hearing a purr. The next, their teeth are on your skin. And you're left wondering, did I do something wrong? Well, you actually did, but not in the way you think. Because when a cat bites mid-petting, it's almost never playful. It's a survival response, and that's what makes it so easy to misread. What feels like an outburst is actually a final warning, one they gave you 5, maybe 10 seconds earlier, in complete silence. Look closely and you'll start to notice the clues. A slight tail flick, a tensing of the body, a sudden stop in purring. These are not random. They're your cat begging you to pause before things escalate. But here's the kicker. The bite is not where it begins. It's where your cat ends the conversation. The bite only happens because you missed everything else they were trying to say before it. 2. They tolerate you until they don't. What if your cat isn't enjoying the petting, they're just putting up with it? Most people assume that if a cat isn't hissing, swatting, or walking away, they're fine. But that is the most dangerous assumption you can make. Cats are masters of quiet tolerance. They will let you keep going even when they are overstimulated, even when they want it to stop, until suddenly they bite. This is not a mood swing. It is a pressure cooker. Every stroke builds a tiny charge under their skin, and unless they feel in control of the interaction, that energy becomes overwhelming. That is when they snap, and you will not see it coming because they have been silently enduring it to avoid conflict, not because they are happy. You thought the tail flick was cute. You missed the slow blink. You did not notice them shifting away. These are not quirks. They are red flags. And when your cat feels like their body does not belong to them anymore, the bite is how they reclaim it. 3. You are petting them like a dog and they hate it. Do you pet your cat the way you'd pet a dog? Because that might be why they keep biting you. Dogs thrive on full-body strokes, head pats, belly rubs. But cats, they are wired completely differently, and when you treat them like a golden retriever, they feel invaded. Cats are not here for rough affection or chaotic hands. They are here for control, precision, boundaries. The reason your cat flinches or bites when you reach out is not because they are grumpy. It is because your energy is off. Too much movement, too much pressure, too long in the wrong place. Especially if you go for the belly, the base of the tail, or try to ruffle their fur. These areas are loaded with nerve endings. What feels like loving affection to you can feel like a sensory overload to them. Most cats prefer short, gentle contact. Cheeks, chin, maybe the top of the head. Let them initiate. Let them guide. Because when you treat your cat like a dog, they do not just feel misunderstood, they feel disrespected. 4. The bite that means please don't leave me. Why would your cat bite you and then stay close like nothing happened? It feels backwards. If they were mad, wouldn't they walk away? If they hated the touch, why not hide under the couch? Because sometimes the bite is not rejection, it is panic. Cats live in a world where trust is earned in inches. When they finally let their guard down, they are vulnerable, and that vulnerability can feel terrifying. So they lash out, not because they want you to stop loving them, but because they do not know how to handle what it feels like to be loved. Some cats bite when the moment gets too soft, too intense, too emotionally exposed, and the bite is their way of saying, I need this, but I do not know how to hold it. This is why they stay next to you afterward. It is not guilt, it is need. They are hoping you will not take the bite personally, that you will stay, that you will understand. And if you do, that is when the real bond begins. Because that bite, confusing as it is, was actually a test, one you are not supposed to fail. And later on, we will talk about the one thing you can do tonight to stop this bite from ever happening again. But first, you need to know what trauma your cat might still be carrying without showing it. 5. You touched a wound they never healed from. What if your cat's bite has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their past? Not every cat starts life in a safe home. Some were handled too roughly as kittens. Some were punished for being scared. Others never learned that touch could be gentle. So even when they are with someone who loves them now, their body still remembers what came before. You reach out with kindness. They flinch. bite, or freeze. And you think you caused it. But the truth is, you just triggered something they never got a chance to process. Their past might be full of invisible bruises, places where trust was broken, where boundaries were ignored, where touch meant danger, not safety. And the saddest part? Most of these cats want love, desperately, but they do not know how to fully receive it without fear creeping in. That bite might be their way of saying, I am trying to let you in, but something in me still does not feel safe. And unless you learn to see it for what it is, you might respond in a way that reinforces the fear instead of healing it. What you do right after that bite will either make your cat feel more alone or finally understood. 6. You keep ignoring the zones that say back off. Do you know the exact spots your cat hates being touched, even if they never say it out loud? Because if you are getting bitten, there is a good chance you are petting them in a place they have been trying to warn you about for weeks. As I mentioned before, cats are not like dogs. They have no-go zones that are sacred, and they do not always give you a dramatic reaction when you cross them. Sometimes they just tense up. Sometimes they go still. Sometimes they blink too slow or their ears shift back slightly. And then the bite comes. The most common danger zones? The belly, the base of the tail, and even the lower back. These are areas where the skin is thin, the nerves are hypersensitive, and the feeling of being touched there can trigger stress, not pleasure. Some cats also hate being petted from behind. It makes them feel like prey. Others do not want to be touched when they are in a resting pose. That is their off switch, and you just flipped it on. The point is, your cat is giving you feedback. You are just not seeing it. Once you learn their personal no zones, the trust grows fast, because now they feel respected, not just handled. 7. After the bite, you are doing everything wrong. How do you react when your cat bites you? Do you flinch, pull away, scold them, or freeze up? Because that reaction is everything, and most people get it completely wrong. If you pull your hand back too fast, you startle them. If you yell, even just a little, they stop trusting you. If you punish them or shut down emotionally, they feel abandoned. And that single moment of fear can ripple into days of tension. The bite already happened. You cannot undo it. But your response to it will shape what your cat believes about you moving forward. They are not looking to be punished. They are looking to be understood. Even if they seem confident on the outside, they are still reading you, watching your face, noticing your tone, and storing it all. The most powerful thing you can do in that moment? Stay calm. Pull your hand away slowly. Look at them with softness, not fear. Say nothing, then give them space, not as a punishment, but as a signal that you respect their limits. This moment is a mirror. You can either show your cat that they are safe with you, even when something goes wrong, or you can confirm that humans are unpredictable and dangerous. 8. The bite stops. When you do this every night. What if just 5 minutes tonight could change how your cat sees your touch forever? It is not about training. It is not about dominance. It is about creating safety, consistently. Here is what you do. Every night around the same time, sit with your cat in a calm space. No distractions, no sudden movements, just you, your breath, and your presence. Do not pet them at first. Let them come to you, let them sniff, let them decide. And when they do, offer one gentle stroke from the head to just behind the ears. Then stop. Watch how they react. If they lean in, offer another. If they pull away, respect it. You are not there to force affection. You are there to rebuild trust, one moment at a time. Over time, this nightly ritual becomes something deeper, a rhythm, a silent agreement. Your cat begins to learn that you are not just someone who touches them. You are someone who listens.